ship.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
How did we get to America? On ships, right? So did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night.
What?
As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night.
Right.
The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back. Right. Nobody knows.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right? The wisdom of the Lord, man, right? And the wisdom of life is more moving than any emotion, man, right? And that's what the Lord has given us to speak to our people, man. Right? And that thing is gonna move you more than anything, man. Right? It's gonna move you more than damn weed. Right? It's gonna move you more than that damn Hennessy bottle. Right? It's gonna sit there and move you more than damn Keisha, Letitia, right? And all these damn heathenistic women, man. Right?
Oh, you're going crazy.
Chapter 1 verse 2. Bring it out. Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore, arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel.
Now get that from the top one more time.
Come, Joshua 1 and 2.
Bring it out.
Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise.
Now therefore what?
Now therefore arise.
Now therefore what?
Now therefore arise.
Right, we got the mighty brother Joshua. The Most High came to him and told him to arise. Because now he has to be the one to take charge and take control of Israel.
Right, that's right.
He didn't ask any questions. He didn't complain. He didn't second guess or doubt. He just did what he was told to do. And ultimately that's what us brothers have to do out here. Waking up the people, keeping the commandments, and trying to make our calling in the election sure.
Right.
Because ultimately we all trying to get salvation. We all trying to get up out of Babylon.
That's right.
But you see, first Elisha given the mantle, and he put in the work.
Right.
When he put in the work, you got Joshua.
Right.
After Moses was taken up, he was given charge.
Right.
And he took that charge. There was no room for questions. There was no room for maybe tomorrow, or let me mourn the loss of Moses, and then I'll do what you say. No, they did what needs to be done. They did what was required. And get Matthew 5:48. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 48. And it reads thus:
Bring it out.
Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Alright, and that's ultimately what we're striving to do.
Right.
That's the one where they got them off the boat. That's what of Luke, chapter 14 and verse 23. And it reads thus. And it reads thus.
Bring it out.
And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and the hedges. Go out and what?
Go out into the highways and hedges.
And compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
What's talking about?
Matthew 4:19. We gotta put in that work.
Right.
We can't just sit at home and watch videos while we eating Cheetos. Making comments on YouTube videos.
Cheetos, right?
No, you gotta come out here, you gotta put in the work. You gotta start somewhere, you gotta be a soldier.
Right.
Let me get that.
No
Right. This is the book of Matthew 4 verse 19, and it reads.
Bring it out.
And he said unto them, follow me. Said do what?
Follow me.
Said do what?
Follow me.
Keep going.
And I will make you fishers of men.
Fishers of who?
Fishers of men.
Fishers of women.
Fishers of men.
Fishers of money.
Fishers of men.
See that? And when you go into it, that's how they were making their living. Fishing. They were fishermen. They catch the fish, they sell the fish at the market. Just like you got brothers that's working at UPS. You got brothers that's working at Kroger. And in the produce department. Working with fish. But ultimately they left what they were doing to do the work of the Most High God by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that's what we have to be willing to do. So there's brothers that they know that they Israelites, they know they gotta keep the Sabbath, but the reason why they choose to stay in the world because they gotta work on Saturdays. I don't know if I can get off on Saturday, man. I don't know if I can pull that off.
Don't even trust.
So they just leave it at that.
Get paid extra on Saturday.
Right. So they going to work on Saturdays. Next thing you know, they stop eating pork for a couple of days, but now they back eating pork.
Right.
And now they just watching the camp video every here and there. They not in this thing. But once you dedicate yourself, let me get that in Philippians 3:13. Let me get Proverbs 26:11, and let me get Psalm 51:2. Cause really what it is, you got a whole bunch of Jake and even Israel that wants to be Israel, that'll say Kwam Yasharallah, that'll leave a like and a comment on the video, but they not really putting in no work.
Right.
Right.
They not putting in no work at all. Let me get that. Philippians 3:13.
Right. It's the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 13. Read.
Bring it out.
Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things.
Forgetting what?
Forgetting those things.
Forgetting what?
Forgetting those things.
Which are behind,
Which are what?
Which are behind.
Which are what?
Which are behind.
Go on.
and rejoicing and reaching forth unto those things which are before.
Which are what?
Which are before.
And that's what we gotta do. Y'all got a minute for the word? Just give me 2 minutes.
No, thank you. Appreciate it, man.
See that? See that?
What up?
Yeah.
Long time no see, man. Yeah.
Hope you doing well.
Hey, likewise. You an Israelite too.
God.
God's chosen people.
Get that from the top of the
Philippians 3 verse 13 from the top.
Bring it out.
Brother, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind.
Stop right there.
Right.
You gotta forget your past.
Right.
You gotta forget the ways of the old man.
Right.
How can you be born again, but you still holding on to the things of your former self?
Right.
You can't do that.
Can't.
Let me get Proverbs 26:11.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 11.
Bring it out.
As a dog returneth to his vomit.
As a what?
As a dog returneth to his vomit.
So a fool returneth to his folly.
Ultimately, it's foolish.
Right.
It's foolish.
Bring it out. Right.
How can you leave? Well, let's just go into it like this. When you vomit, that's a disgusting thing within itself.
That's right.
But then to go and eat your own vomit,
Sick.
that's sick. You sick in the head. Something is literally wrong with you.
Sick in the spirit.
Right.
And the thing is, how can you love yourself if you eat vomit?
Right.
But that's the spirit that's on a lot of Jake.
Right.
We got that suicidal spirit. We got that spirit of self-harm.
Right.
And that's ultimately why we harm each other.
Right.
How can you love yourself if you're doing things that's only gonna kill you? That's all you're doing is killing yourself.
Right.
When you're breaking these commandments, you're killing yourself.
Right.
When you're refusing to come into this truth and you're refusing to have faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you ultimately are killing yourself.
Right.
Killing yourself. You putting a target on your back for them nukes.
Right.
That's all you're doing.
Missile food.
All you're doing. You get Psalm 51 and 10.
Book of Psalms, chapter 51 and 10.
Bring it out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 51 and verse number 10.
Bring it out.
And it reads, create in me a clean heart.
Create what?
Create in me a clean heart. Oh Yahweh, and renew a right spirit within me.
And that's ultimately what you have to do. You have to pray that the Most High renews in you a right spirit.
Right.
Purifies your heart.
Bring it out, King.
That's what you have to do.
Right.
You gotta pray for that. Because if you don't, you'll end up being a reprobate.
Right.
If you're not putting in the work, if you're not fasting, if you're not praying, if you're not reading, ultimately you're gonna be a reprobate.
Right.
How can you increase in this truth? How can you grow in this truth if you're not putting the work in?
Right.
Like I said, you have to be reborn. You have to become a new man. And as a newborn babe in the truth, what you have to do, you have to drink the milk.
Drink the
You
milk.
gotta drink the milk. You gotta know how to digest it properly, because the milk is what is gonna strengthen your bones. It's gonna strengthen your foundation.
Right.
Because without that, you'd be like a wave. What's that? You gotta get that milk
Gotta
to
get the
strengthen
milk.
your foundation, strengthen your bones.
Yo.
And then what? As you're growing this thing, now you can eat the bread, because now you got teeth. Now you can eat the bread. Now you can eat the meat. and you can be able to digest it properly, and you can continue to grow and strengthen yourself in this thing. Like that.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians. It's the book of 1 Corinthians 3 verse 1, and it reads,
Bring it out.
But I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but unto as carnal, even unto babies in Christ. The point. I have fed you with milk.
I have what?
I have fed you with milk.
I have what?
I have fed you with milk, and not with meat. For hitherto you are not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able.
See that? And brothers wanna go into the 12 feathers and what that symbolizes, but they don't even understand that you can eat meat.
Right.
They'll literally say, well, you know, you're supposed to be vegetarian, you're supposed to be vegan, you're not even allowed to eat meat.
Right.
Brother, where did it say that?
Right.
Where did it say that? You try to get into the deep things, you don't even know the simple things.
Right.
But ultimately, what you have to do is start at the bottom and work with. When you go back to Elisha, when Elisha followed after Elijah, he didn't follow after him as a mighty prophet. He didn't follow after him as some type of king or superior figure.
Right.
He followed after him as a servant to him.
Right.
Right? You have to humble down.
Humble down.
Got to. That's the only way you're gonna learn.
Bring it out,
That's the
King.
only way you're gonna increase in this thing. And a lot of Jake, when they get exposed to the truth, they don't want to humble down to where they can accept what is right and what is wrong. Instead, they pride kicks in. You can't tell them what's what and what's not. You can't tell them, brother, you gotta keep the Sabbath on Saturday.
Right.
You gotta keep from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. You can't tell them that. Well, I was raised to keep it on Sunday, so that's what I'm gonna do. Brother, you can't eat pork, you can't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. Well, I've been eating all my life and I'm healthy, yeah. I'm in good shape. You're going off. But that's your pride. That's your pride. And pride comes before the fall. Let me get Hebrews 11:27.
It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 2, and it reads,
Bring it out.
As newborn babies, desire the sincere milk of the word.
Desire what?
Desire the sincere milk of the word.
Desire what?
Desire the sincere milk of the word.
That ye may grow thereby.
See that? See that? And that's how you grow in this thing.
Right?
That's how you grow in this thing. That way you can come out here and put in the work. But ultimately you have to come in this thing as a newborn baby.
Newborn baby.
As a newborn baby. You
Let me
have
know,
to forget the ways of the old man. As we read about, you have to forget the ways of the old man. Because the old man was nothing but death.
Right.
That man was meant to die.
Right.
But as a soldier of Yahweh Bashim Shai, as a newborn creature that's keeping the commandments, that's doing the work, that's keeping the faith in Yahweh Shai. And now you have a chance at life.
Right.
You just gotta endure it.
Right.
Get that?
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 27.
Bring it out.
By faith, he forsook Egypt, and
Keep on.
and fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible.
He did what?
For he endured as seeing him who is invisible.
Got 2 minutes?
No.
Just 2 minutes. Read that again out.
Come. It says, by faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible.
Right? And that's something else. You gotta endure in this thing. When you come into this truth, you're gonna face that adversity. Whether that's from your red, whether that's from your parents, whether that's from your friends, society in general, you're gonna face that adversity.
Right.
And you can't fear that judgment, you can't fear that ridicule, you can't fear those attacks and that ostracism. You gotta fear the Most High God.
That's right.
What is the fear of the Most High God? Keeping His commandments, obeying. You can't fear other people because they hold no power
Right.
at all.
Right.
Now read that again.
Come.
Read that one more time.
Hebrews 11 and 27.
Bring it out.
And it reads, for he forsook it. By faith he forsook Egypt.
By what?
By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible.
Now this is going to Moses. when you go into Moses, you know the position he had within Egypt, the comfortability that he had in Egypt.
Right.
A very comfortable position. A position of wealth, a position of power, influence. But guess what? He chose to forsake all of that to endure the hardship with his people.
Right.
With the people of the Most High God.
You just burn it up. You go to 25?
Not that. That's 27. But he did that through faith and obedience. He knew that he was an Israelite. He saw Israelites being oppressed. He killed the man that was beating on his brother.
Right.
That's faith. If that ain't faith, what is it? And then he followed the Most High. And he said that he endured. What all did he endure? A whole lot.
Right.
One, he had to go, because he grew up amongst Egyptians.
Right.
So these are people he grew love for.
Right.
He had to go against them. What else? He had to go and endure the wilderness. And a lot of people don't understand, he also endured the plagues. Israel endured those plagues when they was going through it. They witnessed it.
Right.
It should have grown a fear of the Most High God in that. Now, you got that piece of
This is the book of Hebrews, 11 verse 25, and it reads,
Bring it out.
choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God.
choosing rather what?
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God.
Choosing what?
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God.
Coming out here and enduring the conditions and the weather to wake up our people doing what?
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God.
Rocking these fringes, not caring what the world got to say,
Right.
hoping that somebody can. What are those? And that's that seed, that's the opportunity you need to plant that seed of the truth. Doing what?
Choosing rather to suffer the affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Let you do what?
Then
To suffer the pleasures of sin for a season.
See that? And that's funny. That's
Come.
funny. But that's something that a lot of us just simply don't want to do.
Right.
Why? Because we lack the faith. If you got faith in the Most High God, you got faith in His punishments and His judgments that He has on
Right.
you for not doing what He tells you to do and to not do. But a lot of us don't have that faith. We lack faith. Instead, we have faith in other things.
Right.
We got faith in our gun.
Right.
We got faith in gang.
Right.
That'll snitch on you in a heartbeat.
Right.
We got faith in a woman that if you get locked up, she gonna go and lay with another man.
Right.
We got faith in all these other things. We got faith in money, the American dollar.
Right.
So much faith that we love that money,
Love it.
and that money ain't even worth nothing
Right. It's losing its worth.
at all. We got faith in the Quran. We got faith in the Quran. The Quran not even your book.
Right.
The Quran not even your book. I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I got some fives.
They tell you I don't do that. They tell you that.
Oh, you stop. See that?
You know I am.
See that? And it got 2/3.
Oh, woman's code.
That's very Let me get what you got? Give me a second.
That's the brother that said Osby's a free nigga.
Yeah, I was a free nigga.
Osby's a free nigga.
Osby's a
He's a free nigga. See that? Going 13 and 23.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, and verse 23.
Bring it out.
And it reads thus: He that shall endure the peril in the time have kept himself. They that be fallen into danger are such as have works in faith toward the Almighty. Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead.
God, get that from the top one more time.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra 13 and verse 23, and it reads:
Bring it out.
He that shall endure the peril in the time have kept himself.
Shall do what?
He that shall endure the peril in the time
Endure what?
into the peril
in the time
have kept himself. They that be fallen into danger are such as have worked in faith toward the Almighty.
See that?
Right.
You gotta endure. You gotta endure.
Got to endure.
Got to. If you don't endure, what are you doing? But hey, at the end of the day, one thing is for certain: this truth is not for the weak.
Right.
If you weak, hey, Lord have mercy on you. Cause you can't be weak in this thing. You gotta endure affliction. You gotta endure hatred. The world hates us.
Right.
Our own people hate us.
Right.
But guess what? The Most High loves us. Why? Because we putting in the work. We're keeping His commandments. We keeping the faith. And we shaking the hand.
That's right.
We present our bodies as a living sacrifice. At
Right.
the end of the day, if you're not doing that, what are you doing?
Right.
You're not doing nothing. You gotta put in that work. You gotta put it. What can you do? What can you obtain that's worth something, and you don't have to work for it?
Right.
Nothing.
I can't name one thing.
Right.
I can't name one thing. But you get that into
James chapter 1 verse 2.
Bring it out.
My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations,
you fall into what?
When you fall into diverse temptations.
knowing this, that the trying of your faith
Worketh patience.
It worketh what?
Worketh patience.
It worketh what?
Worketh patience.
See that? See that? See, we have to go through these different trials and tribulations in order to purify us and to strengthen us, to make us work. Because a lot of us had dirt on us. A lot of us had a lot of imperfections and impurities.
Right.
Through fire, we were able to be purified.
Right.
Through fire, we were able to be purified. And we see that when we going through different things, as soon as we get through it, we're like, oh, I learned a lesson from that. Whatever it may have been. I was going through this, you know, I was able to endure through it, and I gained something from that. I gained something from that experience.
Right.
I gained a lesson out of that. Okay, that taught me something. Okay. You know, I was dealing with this situation where I was stuck between a rock and a hard place, but it taught me discernment. It taught me discernment. It taught me, okay, I gotta lean on the Most High. Okay, I can't be dependent on myself. I got all of this money stashed up. Something happened, and it wasn't enough money. I'm still short. And I thought I had a whole bunch of money, but I got the Most High.
Right.
And that you gonna learn to put your faith in the Most High, not to these carnal things, not to these worldly things. And come, let me get Psalms 19:7.
The book of Psalms chapter 19 and verse number 7.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
And it reads, the law of the Lord is perfect.
The what?
The law of the Lord is perfect.
Converting the soul.
Converting what?
Converting the soul.
The testimony of the Lord is sure.
Making wise the simple.
Making what?
Making wise the simple.
And that's plain. See that? You come into this truth, you humble down, you accept the call that the Most High has given you. You don't second guess it, you don't tarry. You take it and you run with it.
Right.
You come in this thing as a newborn babe, you get the milk, you get the bread, you get the meat, you strengthen yourself. And you finish that out one more time.
Come.
Towards the end.
Psalms 19 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether.
And that's fun. And I ended out on that. Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
With ship! With what?
With ship.
With what?
With ship.
How did we get to America? On ships, right? So, did everybody on the earth go into slavery on ships? Who went into slavery on ships, brother? That's right.
Crazy.
For yourself, know perfectly that the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night. What? As a thief in the night.
Thief in the night.
Right.
The Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Nobody knows when the Lord is gonna come back, man. Right. Nobody knows.
This the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. For wisdom is more
all these damn heathenistic women, man.
Right.
Oh, you're going crazy.